There's a lot of confusion going around regarding Brant's build. So I did quite a lot of research regarding this, and also asked some theory crafters, and got to know his best alternatives to his signature and echo combinations. Without any further ado, let's jump right into it. I will cover his kit in detail and with easy explanation in my complete Brant guide, which will be uploaded on his official release. For now, all you need to know is Brant's Liberation is a legs opener. Combo opener, as it buffs his forte stacks gain. It also buffs the passive that converts energy regen to attack percent, and it caps at 280% energy regen. He fills his forte with normal attacks, intro, and resonance skill. He can heal with his Liberation and forte, and the forte also gives shield. Most of his damage is considered as basic attack damage. Okay, first things first, regarding Brant's energy requirements. As we all know, Brant's energy regen to attack conversion caps at 280%. But the minimum required amount is 250% for the Tidebreaking Courage. So while 280% is good, it is not entirely necessary. Getting 250% energy regen with Tidebreaking set is good enough. There's also the Molten Rift set. Even though it doesn't have any energy restrictions, you will still need to build a lot of energy regen on Brant, at least 200% bare minimum, as his Liberation has a very huge energy cost of 175. But if his energy gain is really bad, 200% energy regen may not suffice him. I will cover his weapon and echo set combination in detail further in this video. For his weapons, the best weapon for Brant is obviously Unflickering Valor, his signature weapon. This weapon gives a shit ton of energy regen, and the passive gives crit rate and up to 42% basic attack damage bonus. I highly recommend you to get this weapon if possible, because there's a huge difference between this weapon and his other options. If you're not pulling the signature weapon, there are some other alternatives. We have the Overture, Emerald of Genesis, Red Spring, and Blazing Brilliance. But which one amongst these options is better? Overture can activate Brant's best-in-slot Echo set, Tidebreaking Courage, but the crit weapons provide more damage with the Molten Rift set. However, since Brant has very high energy cost, you will still need a lot of energy regen on him, even if you're not using the Tidebreaking set. We still don't know how good his energy gain is. If it is normal like Verena, he can get away with 200% energy regen. But if it is really bad, he might need like 250 energy regen, which makes the Overture better. The Concerto energy from the Overture helps to reduce his field time, which is a bit long. Although I doubt anyone would want it, because why would you not want to see this man on your screen for a longer time? If your Emerald of Genesis is highly refined, then crossing 200% energy regen becomes easier. You can also technically use the Tidebreaking set with crit weapons by going with a different approach. More about this in a bit. Also, the Overture weapon will provide more healing and stronger shield. Now, I will start explaining his Echo set and stat combinations for his weapons. First, his signature weapon. The best set is Tidebreaking Courage with the Dragon of Dirge Echo skill, as it gives the best unconditional buffs to him. The 2-piece gives 10% energy regen, which is nice, and with 4-piece, it gives 15% attack, and on reaching 250% energy regen, it gives 30% all attribute damage bonus to the Resonator. And for the Echo stats, crit on the 4-cost Echo. Mostly crit rate will be used unless you have godly crit rate rolls and Shorekeeper in the team, or unless you have his S2. And for the 3-cost, depending on how much energy regen you have, you can go double energy regen or a combination of 1 energy regen and 1 fusion damage. If you are unlucky with energy regen rolls, you can use double energy regen to meet the bare minimum energy requirement of 250%. If you manage to get around 31% energy regen from Substats alone, you can reach the minimum amount of 250% with just 1 3-cost Echo. So you can use a fusion damage piece for the other slot. Energy regen also works, and only has a slight difference, as it will help you reach 280% energy regen and can be better if that piece has better substats. And for the 1-cost Echoes, attack percent. Now for Overture, the same set, Tidebreaking Courage is the best one. For the 4-cost, go with crit stats, and for the 3-cost energy regen. And for 1-cost attack percent. If you get maximum energy rolls on your echo pieces, I think it's possible to reach 250% energy regen with only one energy regen echo, and you can go fusion damage on the other one. For the crit weapons, Emerald of Genesis, Red Spring, and Blazing Brilliance. Amongst these weapons, I would say that the Red Spring and the Emerald of Genesis are better options. Because Red Spring provides some basic attack damage bonus, and Emerald of Genesis provides energy regen. And the Emerald of Genesis can be refined higher for more energy regen. With these weapons, you want to use the Molten Rift set with Nightmare Inferno Rider Echo skill. Crit on 4 cost, energy regen on 3 cost. Try to get a minimum of 200% energy regen to get his liberation back on time. He might need more than 200 though, if his energy gain is bad. I feel like since they are keeping his buffs locked behind so much energy regen, he might actually need that much, so going with the Overture build for now could be a safer option. With the S5 Emerald of Genesis, it might be barely possible to reach 250% energy regen, letting you activate the Tide-Breaking set if you manage to get maximum energy regen rolls on your echo pieces. There's one more combination we can use with a crit rate weapon like Emerald of Genesis and Red Spring. You can use the Tide-Breaking set with these weapons and go for a 3-3-3-1-1 echo combination. All the 3 cost echoes will have energy regen. A kind soul on Pridewen Institute Discord did the calculation, but the damage was very similar to Overture with Tide-Breaking set, as going with no 4 cost echo means you are losing out on the buff it provides. But this can still be viable if Brant needs around 250% energy regen to consistently get his burst back. So you can use this combination with the Tide-Breaking set instead of Molten Rift if you don't have the Overture or don't want to level it. If you are using him purely as a sub DPS for his outrow buff, you can also use the Moonlit Clouds set, although you will be dealing less damage with him, but you could buff your next DPS more if they have higher investment. And since it is an old set, many of us must have some pre-built pieces of this set. For Echo substats, get the required amount of energy regen, then crit stats, basic attack damage bonus, attack percent, and flat attack. Are you saying that you cannot find any cool Wuthering Waves merches? Then don't worry, TTA Aesthetic got you covered. Not only Wuthering Waves, but also Genshin Impact, anime, and various different fandoms. From stylish clothes to epic accessories, shoes, bags, and more, with the best quality, TTA Aesthetic has your fandom covered. Shop now and wear your passion. Use the link in description or pinned comments and use my code 12th for extra 10% discount on any product you want. Let me know in the comments what will be your Brant build. And that's all for this video. Don't forget to like and share the video and subscribe for more Wuthering Waves content. Thanks for watching.